everyone, I'm Amy from Fair-Brightever. Now I'm going to introduce woodworking tools to make Mortise. I'm going to introduce two kinds of Mortise beads. One is Germany type Mortise bead and another is French type Mortise bead. This is a 6-piece Germany type Mortise bead set. As you can see, there are 6-piece Mortise bead in different sizes: 6mm, 8mm, 10mm, 12mm, 14mm and 16mm. The size I'm talking about is the processed size of the bead. That means the Mortise to be processed will be 6mm, 8mm, 10mm, 12mm, 14mm and 16mm. As you have seen, the length for each bead is different. The bigger the processed size of the bead is, the longer the bead will be. For example, the length for the 6mm bead is 120mm, while for this 16mm bead, the length of it is 116mm. Each bead is with a round shank, and the shank diameter is uniformed to be 13mm. Actually, for processed size from 6mm to 16mm, the shank diameter can be 13mm or 16mm. And for processed size from 17mm to 25mm, the shank diameter can only be 16mm. The material of the blades is high quality carbon steel. The surface is blackly treated first and then the shank is polished. Let us take out one piece for a close look. Be careful when you're holding the bead in your hand, because the blade is really very sharp. There is a blade on each side, and there is a continuous blade on the bottom. The design of the blade on the bottom is not simple. There are 4 surfaces on the bottom, and the grain on each bottom is different. From this, you can tell our great attention to each detail and our great craftsmanship and technique. And there are 3 grooves on each side of the blade. The grooves can be used for heat dissipation, and it can be very helpful for cutting the stubborn part of the wood tissue. Then please look at the chip slot. There are 2 chip slots on each bead. The chip slots are very big and long, so that the chips can be evacuated quickly. Besides, it can prevent the chips from sticking to the blade and greatly increasing the cutting efficiency. In a word, the sharp blade can ensure you will have a smooth and cutting on the wood, and the wood surface will be smooth and even, and you can get a satisfactory Mortise out of it. About the appearance of the bead, I think it looks great. With the exquisite craftsmanship, the smooth strips and the classical color matching of black and polish. I think it's not just a practical woodworking tool, but also an amazing art craft. Let us have a look at the package. It comes with a solid wood package. The package is very strong, and it had provided a good protection for each bead. And each bead is set tightly in the box, and they will not move during transportation. And we can also sell the bead by single. For the single one, the standard package is plastic box with color sticker. And if you have requirements about other package, you can email to us, and I'm sure we can custom make it to you. That's all my introduction about Germany type mortise bead. Thank you for listening.